Hello all! Alex here with the Wisconsin Computer Club. If you're watching this, it means that my hard drive is not connecting to the adapter properly, and I don't know why, and I've run out of time. So, I figured I would give you a quick look at how things are shaping up here now in the shop as we move into the new year. So, behind me, right now I've just got all three TVs hooked up with the same signal here. I like having the different consoles on here. Generally, it means I have to have a whole bunch of them over here just off screen, which isn't a huge deal, but I do need to figure out something that's a little bit more elegant, considering that they all run RF for outputs. So when they're all synchronized together here, it's not too big of a deal, but when they're on multiple things, so it's got to go, 3, 4, 5 for channels or something like that, then it's a little bit weird. But this doesn't look too bad. I really wanted to see how for TVs here, how these are holding up here. The Samsung here has developed some issues with the color and with, it's got a hair stuck to the front of it too, with just kind of its overall ism. You can probably see it's got a lot of interference still on it, which is, considering it has the best cables here and the adapters are all, it's pulling off the same signal here. I'm not sure why it's doing this. It's too bad. I mean, it's been to the brink before. It's had a lot of occurrences where it's, stopped working all of a sudden, and we've been able to fix it. It may just need to be fixed again. I don't know. It's been a pain in the butt before. It'll probably be a pain in the butt again, whether it stays up here or if it gets swapped out for something else so we can eventually get it patched up. I'm not getting rid of it or anything, but it is a cool set. But it's I don't know if it's the best reason, because it's kind of the main one here, and I don't know. It's bright still, which is surprising for an 83. But speaking of which, I swapped out the Daewoo, which usually sits here, because I actually want to use that one for shows more, because it is so light and portable. So if it's all wired in here, I don't take it to shows, and then we don't get to use it. But as a 20-inch, it weighs about the same as one of the nice 13 inches, even though it's a bigger screen and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not the best TV ever, but I really like taking that to shows. So I've got that actually on a different spot where it's like easy to pick up, rack, and go for Wisconsin Computer Club events. So I plan to use that one kind of as a showcase TV like it was in 2023, which means that I need another TV here. Thankfully, this one here, this says Greg Berlin's old TV. It's got a whole bunch of lore behind it. I won't go into it here, but anyway, he sent this TV our way. I really like it. It's JVC. It's kind of heavy, but for a 20-inch, it does look really sharp. It's kind of dark. Here under the lights, it's a little bit more noticeable, I think. And I mean, the brightness is turned almost all the way up on this, so it's probably just the tube is starting to get tired. It's still a really sharp picture, really good color on it. It's certainly fine to, sit down and watch. And we've used it at shows before. It was used earlier this month even. But it's getting up there. So it may be that this one may not stay up here just because it doesn't look quite as good up here. I've got another one just outside of the camera range here. It's a bigger set. It's a big Sanyo, so that one might actually get moved over here to the corner. I'll re-snarkle things. We'll figure something out here. But it really kind of comes down to how I want to use this space. I would love to continue to have this kind of presentation space behind me so I can talk at the camera and have something on here that isn't just me talking to the camera, because I don't think that's that interesting to look at. But at the same time, I also know this is a lot of guff to get set up every time that I want to do stuff. I also like to use this table for stuff, so taking up a whole ton of it with these big TVs. I mean, this one is all the way back to the wall. This one I can push back probably a good 3-4 inches, but this one here is truly all the way back to the concrete wall. It is a deep boy. So really, if I want to continue to use this workspace here, I'm gonna have to figure out what is staying and what is going, and how we want to balance kind of stuff here as the presentation space goes. I briefly thought about maybe moving this entire table forward so that I could film myself standing behind it, but that would mean moving all the TVs that live underneath here, which you can only see a fraction of them from probably where you're looking, but there are, like, no joke, probably 25 TVs underneath here between the flat panels and the CRTs. So moving those out of their, like, storage would be an absolute nightmare. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I still like kind of the arrangement of things. I'll probably mix it up, change it a little bit. I'm not sure, like I say, I'm not sure if these two are going to still be here. I really like the Panasonic. He's a nice little thing up here. but he's never been a problem, so I guess I'm not going to worry about that one. Oh, and this one. I just remembered now that I should probably turn this one on. It's got a switch I got to flip on the thing over there to get the power over to it, which is kind of a pain in the butt, and I usually don't remember to do it until now, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, the big screen here does work too as well. So I guess going into 2025, that's my game plan, is to do more stuff here. I still want to be able to take consoles and games and things and present them. I'd really like to move more into actually presenting games rather than just trying to do console overviews. I think I've done plenty of those for this kind of thing, so I'll be doing that more in the future here. I'd also love to be able to kind of branch out and do even more general kind of tech things, which we'll be doing more of here in the nearest future. If I can get him out of here. We have, thanks to the Central Wisconsin CRT Preserve, the Wisconsin Computer Club has a collection of some of the most unusual CRTs pretty much anywhere. People always kind of gawk whenever we bring out some of the weird oddball stuff like this. This here is it's an XL100 RCA portable. It's an RF only set. It's very basic. It came out of a garage, and it is still just, it smells bad, so I usually don't take this one out. But it is very cool to look at, and it does some very cool, kind of quirky things to electronically tune it. We'll get into it on its own video, but I want to do more of this kind of thing. I'd love to go over for more of our word processors, more computers, that kind of thing, as we're able. So I'm looking forward to 2025. I'm hoping to be able to get back in the grind and get more of these videos out, and it'll be good. Like I say, we're in the process of kind of getting everything organized here, and I'll have something more interesting for you all to look at here soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. That's about it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the stream.